Welcome back to our GTM for Beginners course, and this is the third lesson where we are going to install our first tags and go through first tag deployment with Google Tag Manager. But before we get started, it's actually super important that you know what you're doing, what you are trying to do, and have a plan. So for us here in our little experiment, today we want to install Google Analytics 4 on our website and also the Facebook or Meta Pixel. And in order to do so, you obviously need to have a little bit of information from these tools in order to know what to put into the fields inside of Google Tag Manager first of all. So inside of Google Analytics 4, we have here under the admin section, the ability to go over to our data collection and then our data streams. And if you have that already set up, you have a data stream, otherwise you click on new stream here. And I have the information about the instructions, what to set up, and here view instructions. And right here under install manual, this is the actual marketing tag that we want to install inside of Google Tag Manager. Actually, the only information that we need right here is our tracking ID that will allow us to put it into the form inside of Google Tag Manager. So let's copy that. And now it comes to the planning stage. Before we dive into Google Tag Manager, it's actually wise to have a plan and write everything out so you will actually be able to follow your plan and have everything ready here. So inside of Google Sheets, I have made up a little bit of a tag plan that you can download and copy for your own purposes. And this is what it would look like when it's filled out. So you would put in a date when you actually put in your tag, if it's active or not, then what type it is, what tool it is, what the name might be later on, give it a description, and also have any notes like the measurement ID in here, and maybe also the responsibility if multiple people are working on an account. So that's super valuable information, especially when you want to work with clients and want to have something ready to show them later on. Now, obviously this information is also available in Google Tag Manager, but having it outside of the system just makes you so much more secure in what you're trying to do and reference back to it later. So if you go here over to plan, we actually have our little tag plan tool. You can change the logo around here. Then we'll put in the date. So for example, the 24th, 2024, and then if it's active, not yet, we want to install a base pixel for the tool Google Analytics 4, and you can always change the tools obviously around, and we want to give it a name. Naming conventions are super important inside of Google Tag Manager as well. I usually do it this way, that I put in the tool first of all, GA4, then the type of tag. In our case it would be the Google tag or also configuration tag, and the scope of it all, we want to deploy it on all pages. And then we can put in a description like base tracking for GA4. And this will be helpful for anybody who's trying to get a grips on the implementation later on and trying to find out what are these tags all about if you are not there anymore. And then the configuration, in our case, we'll just put in our code here, so we'll be able to reference back to that later when we install it. Let's do the same quickly for Facebook. So we are installing Meta Pixel here. This will be our Meta Pixel for our page views and also on all pages. So base tracking for Meta in this case. And then the configuration, we'll need to go over to the Facebook Events Manager. So you need to sign into your Facebook account, your Meta account, and the Business Manager, and find the data source section, and then choose your pixel that you want to install. And then this is actually already the pixel ID. If you don't have that set up yet, you can go over to the integrations and add here a Meta Pixel integration, and then it will give you the exact same code. You can go through this really quickly. Set this up manually, and we get this little code here. This is the code that we actually want to install, and when we look at this code in a text editor, we see here this is the ID that Facebook later on needs in order to send it to the right account. So this is the configuration that we want to put into our sheet as well. So with that, we have a great starting point, a plan of what we want to implement right now. So let's go ahead inside of Google Tag Manager and implement this. First of all, the GA4 tag, we'll go over to Google Tag Manager and go over to tags, and then click on new, and then under tag configuration you can choose the tools that you have available here, and Google Analytics is the tool that we want to implement, and right now we want to implement it via the Google tag. This is actually an overarching tag that can also deploy Google Ads, for example, later on. But what we are going to do is simply fill out this form where we just need to have the tag ID, and that's our configuration ID we have saved up right here. So let's put that in, and we already have a name So you can copy that over right here. And then we need to choose the trigger, and the trigger, something we'll talk about in the next lesson as well. For now, we'll just go with the all pages trigger, which is pre-configured inside of Google Tag Manager. So let's choose that. And then we have our Google Analytics 4 tag already in here. Now we can go into the preview mode, which again will put our browser into a special mode that we can connect to our website and gives us loads of information about what tracking is firing on our website. So here our tag assistant is connected, and we should see here on all pages our GA4 tag should fire, and we have our data flowing to Google Analytics 4. So that is already successful. Let's go ahead and do our meta pixel right here. So inside of Google Tag Manager, again, we go to new, and then we go to tag configuration. Here you get all the different tools. And if you look for meta, you won't find it because it's not part of the vendors that Google Tag Manager has put into the system. But there is something called the community template gallery, where other developers, maybe also Facebook, have gone in and built a template for it. So you have many different other templates available, and we can just put in Facebook right here. And we'll find the Facebook pixel by Facebook Archive, which you can install to your workspace. And then you will get your Facebook pixel. You will have it available then here. So here we go. This is the Facebook pixel that you can also utilize later on for other tags. It needs the Facebook IDs. So we'll go ahead and go to our list here. Here's our Facebook ID. And we'll put that in place as well. Keep everything untouched. There's a lot of configurations that you can make to the tool, but for us it's just a base tracking pixel that will track the page views. And then as a trigger, we'll choose again our all pages trigger. And we have our name here ready already, so let's put that in and save this. We can go to the preview mode again, and you need to actually click on this button so it reconnects as the newest version needs to be loaded. And we should see on our page here that the meta pixel now fires alongside the GA4 tag. So data should be flowing over to GA4 or meta. Now some of these tools actually have debugging functionality, so you can see the data flowing in. So in the case of Google Analytics 4, we have this handy debug mode where we can go to data display, and then here we have the debug view. And here we can see the data coming in real time. So we just had a page view that we fired, and if we go over to another page here, it should fire again. So let's see. Takes a second, but hopefully in a few seconds this will show up. And the meta pixel actually has something similar. So here is our user engagement, and hopefully our page view as well. So here's our page view, and we can actually look into page location. So this is the product that we are on right now. So this seems to be sending data just fine to Google Analytics 4. Meta has something similar where we can go back into our data sources here, and we have this test event where we can see if the website events are set up correctly. We can put in our URL here, and this will open the website, and then hopefully we'll see this pop up inside of our product. Let me see. We should click on something here. This is not working because we are actually not in the preview mode. So let's see if I click around here, if we get any information in the test events. Yes, so here we go, we get test events. The page view has been processed by the browser, and we are on this page right now. So here we can see that these tools actually sometimes provide the ability to see data coming in real time. And with that, we have kind of tested our implementation. We know now that this is actually sending data and receiving data, so we can go ahead and publish this as a version. We need to do this because our tracking is actually not yet live. It is still just running on our browser in the preview mode, and we need to publish a version in order to make this live to all our users. So let's go ahead and click here on submit. This will give us this interface to give our version a name. And it's a best practice to actually say what you have done here, and you can give more details in the version description. For now, I will just put in installed the GA4 and meta base pixel. Actually, if you wanted to, you could also take your spreadsheet URL and put that in here. So the person who sees the version later on, they would have more context on it. And we can go ahead and then publish this. And this will now go live to all our users. Meaning, even if I exit the tag assistant here and open up my website normally, let's do it this way. So we see the tag assistant is not connected anymore. We should still see data now coming through when we, for example, on the events manager. And obviously, if you are looking at your reports, you should also have data in there after a while. This sometimes takes with GA4 up to 48 hours for the data to be displayed, but now you would actually have everybody who is viewing your website triggering your tags and sending data over to GA4 or to the meta pixel. So with that, we have gone through a complete tag deployment process, from planning out our implementation, putting our tags in place, then testing and previewing our implementation, and then taking it live by deploying a version. And this is the normal process that you would go through if you deploy a tag. And we will do this more often in the next lessons of our course. We got lots more to cover, so stay tuned for the next lesson. I'll see you there.